In the lobby of Ramsey Solutions, they're here. David and Amanda, welcome. How are you?
Hi, David.
Amazing,
How are you?
Dave.
Welcome, welcome. Where do you guys live?
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
All the way to Nashville to do your debt-free screen.
Yeah, that's actually our home base, but we travel full-time for his job. So we actually kind of came from New York to Philly to Chicago to here. So it's a long trip.
Well, what do you do, David?
I am an inspector for the oil, gas, and power industry.
Oh, okay. All right. So that keeps you moving a lot then.
Absolutely.
Very cool. Got it. So how much debt have you two paid off?
It is $35,356.62.
I love it. And how long did that take you?
It took us 8 months, but we put off a month, so it was really 7 to cash flow our tiny RV.
Okay. Fun. And what kind of household income during that 8 months, average per year?
Average per year, I would say it was 130.
Yeah, it kind of fluctuates. So just during that time, we brought home about 80, like in that time span.
Oh, okay. All right. Wow. So what kind of debt was the $35,000?
Well, my student loans were probably the big mass majority of that. But we also had my vehicle that was also a little bit of that, and a personal loan that I got to get my vehicle.
Some stupid debt.
Some
as well.
stupid debt, like random little ones.
How long have you two been married?
We are actually celebrating our 1-year anniversary.
Ah, okay. So that's how this journey starts then.
Yes.
We get married, and David, who's uber conservative, marries Amanda, who's got a bunch of debt. And then we sit down and try to figure this mess out. Is this how the journey happens? Tell us about it.
Well, in fairness, he actually was kind of unbeknownst to you and your plan. He was paying off debt when we got engaged. So all of his debt happened to be paid off before. So he did kind of have debt, though.
He cheated. Okay. All right. That's
Cheated.
cool. That's cool. So he enters into this knowing what he's getting into, though.
Exactly.
All right. Very cool. So tell me what happened.
So basically, we got married, went on our honeymoon, had a great time, came back, and he went back to work. He travels a lot, so I stayed home. And I was just shopping. You would have loved me. I was walking around Target with my latte in hand and just looking to spend money. And I came across the Dave Ramsey Total Money Makeover. And I remember hearing about it, and we just talked recently, maybe one of the fights, money fights, but about just how we're handling and managing our money. So I saw it, picked it up, and I read it right there in the aisle. I ended up sitting down on the ground, just kind of reading through it. And when I read the what this book is not section, I just got it. It was common sense. It was stuff that everyone should be saying but wasn't saying. So I bought it right then and there. I read it that night.
Wow.
And the part that made me want to introduce it to David was when I was on my honeymoon. My uncle passed away very suddenly. And it just was interesting to bring someone into the family and lose someone so quickly. And excuse me.
It's okay.
But so I read one of the stories in there where there was a family going through a situation where there was a very sick husband, and you ran into them in the lobby of a hospital, and they were actually thanking you. And I just thought, wow, what a legacy that man who had passed away left his family and stuff. And so with all that stuff, it just felt like God was saying something, and I needed to share it with David. And he took it with open arms. He read the book instantly. As soon as I asked him, I was a little nervous to bring it up, but he instantly read it and was on board.
Well, probably wasn't hard to get him on board. It's kind of the way he thinks anyway, right?
Well, actually, when I first did, you can tell him, but...
Tell him what happened, Dave.
She was trying to convince me to read it, and the first thing in my head was, just another get-rich-quick scheme.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Snake oil salesman. Yeah.
How much money does he want? And, but actually, I took it to work, and I was able to, on my breaks, read it and go through and see that it was just common sense. You didn't need
kind of stuff you were already doing.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yes. And it just fell into place right after that.
Perfect. So you start your marriage off. completely debt free, or
We did.
within 8 months anyway.
Yeah,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
we went Gazelle intense. We took it and we got out of our apartment because the Philadelphia area is rather expensive. So we got out of it. We bought a 20-year-old 19-foot trailer, which is about the size of my Jeep Liberty that pulled it. And we lived in that little thing with
No way.
my black lab, or our black lab, and our cat. So the four of us in this tiny, tiny space, just making it work. Gazelle intense.
So you're just following him around to work with that then?
Exactly, yes.
Oh my gosh. So now that you're debt free, what are you going to do? You still in the trailer?
Well, right now, because it's winter, his work provides hotels, so we're
Good.
in a hotel right now. But it's kind of amazing. Like, we get to do whatever we want next, you know? It's kind of, we're just setting up our plans, next baby step, you know? We've got a plan, we've got a future. It's great.
Very cool.
That is so great to hear you say that one of your sacrifices was with your living conditions. I mean, that's such a huge part of people's budget, and you guys did that, and it's so inspiring. Gazelle Intense, those who are listening in, they think that they're Gazelle Intense, but you've gone to another level.
We did.
This is pretty impressive. I was going to ask you, it's $5,000 a month, and I mean, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
I knew that had to be something really big there, so very cool.
Yes. That was probably one of the hardest parts, was fear of judgment, you know, like newlywed bride, and here I am in a little trailer that's smaller than my car, and you know, I like getting my hair and nails and makeup and all that had to just stop out of nowhere, and my family and friends probably thought we were going off the deep end and letting ourselves go. I'm sure there's some thoughts
What happened
there.
to Amanda? She married David.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got that.
If you haven't got your in-laws a little scared, you're not on track. That's I love it. Yeah. Well, congratulations, you guys. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels amazing.
You know, it feels like I was sick and I didn't know it, and I finally got the cure. Like, I didn't realize how much pain I had, and it wasn't even, you know, this tremendous amount of debt, but even just owing $1, it stinks. You really do feel like a slave to that lender, and it just felt like I've been cured is the best way to describe it.
Yeah, that's a cool thing. What was the hardest part of this? I think you probably covered it. The trailer.
Me.
I think the hardest part for me was just giving up the luxuries that you make so much money, you think you're entitled to so much. But giving all that up, and I think that was actually the hardest part for me.
Yeah, it is. It's this dramatic, what Chris was pointing out, your dramatic change in lifestyle.
And, you know, and it's not even so much just about the debt, as important that is. Our whole life changed. I mean, we've got him life insurance, and now we're working on getting me and will set up. And I mean, it's this whole transformation. It's a big picture. You go into it thinking, oh, I'll pay off some loans, and then it's like, oh wow, I changed my life.
Yeah, there's all these different elements, and all of a sudden you're looking around going, "Dadgum, I'm a grown up."
Yes, that happened.
Snuck up on you. Well, congratulations, you two.
Thank
very,
you.
very well done. David and Amanda, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, sort of. $35,000 paid off in 8 months, making $130,000. You want Gazelle Intense? You got a picture of it right here. You guys are incredible. Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
3, 2, 1. We're debt free.
Well done, you two. Very, very well done. I love it, I love it, I love it. Chris, I'm not sure when I married Sharon Ramsey if I had suggested moving into a travel trailer because of a book I read that would have flown.
I'm telling you.
I'm not thinking Holly's going there either.
Holly's not going there either. Major props to Amanda. She's the real deal. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty amazing. You kind of look at it, though, as an adventure, don't you?
Yeah.
For just a short period of time.
Yep.
It's only 8 months. They can do anything they want to do now the rest of their life. They have no debt.
That's amazing.
Make $130,000. They're in their 20s. I mean, the future's bright.
We get the luxury of seeing them here in the lobby, but even those listening, they can hear it in their voice.
Yeah, the freedom. It's here. This is the Dave Ramsey Show. You know why most people don't win? They don't bother. You have to bother. You have to be intentional. Never again is American Express going to call my house and ask my wife why she would stay with a man that won't pay his bills.